Hi there, Virgo, and welcome back to Star-Lord's Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the month of December 2024. I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them all out in the monthly format. But first, I would like to wish all of you a very happy holidays. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous month ahead. So, I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them out. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. Your overall energy is the Four of Pentacles in the upright position, which points to, I call it my little hoarder's card, and this is about holding on tightly to what has already been accomplished. Sometimes this can represent holding on to finances. It can represent making some kind of new financial commitment to, say, start a savings account or to start paying off debt, things like that. A consolidation loan where you put everything into one neat little compartment and you make sure that you can make your monthly payments and you're good with that kind of stuff. It can indicate saving for a particular reason, maybe putting money aside because next year you want to be able to go on vacation, so it's, saving for a vacation fund. It can be saving for a new vehicle or a home, down payment on a home or anything like that. Can also represent taking the safe route. This is like the Four of Pentacles is about, I want to just stay in my comfort zone, you know what I mean? It can be holding on too tightly to old belief systems that don't allow things to open up and grow. You could probably be in a better position to, maybe make money, things like that. But right now you're just kind of like, I'm satisfied with what I have. I'm satisfied with the status quo. Now, right at the beginning of the month, in week 1, we have the Queen of Cups in the upright, rooted down by the Hanged Man reverse. Queen of Cups is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Queen of Cups can represent somebody else in your life, but it could also represent an aspect of you, especially if you have water in your chart. She is known as someone who is emotionally grounded, emotionally mature. She's already, there's nothing she hasn't encountered already on the emotional front. She knows how to process emotions and she knows how to do the mature thing. Can represent somebody you're dealing with this week. It can be your friend, this can be your spouse, this can be somebody new coming on the scene. It could be a family member. But the Queen of Cups is someone who's very grounded. Good person to talk to about emotional matters. If, say, for example, you have some things on your mind and this is a good person to talk to. She's known as someone who can even represent a counselor. This could be a compassionate and caring doctor if you're dealing with medical matters for yourself or maybe a family member. And the Hanged Man in reverse is rooting it down. So this is about all systems are go. If you were on the fence maybe about this person or about emotional matters, Virgo, it could be that you were looking at things from a different perspective, but now you're no longer doing so. So you're ready to move ahead, move forward on some type of emotional matters. Sometimes the Hanged Man in reverse can indicate that the person has become available to you now. Maybe they weren't available to you before, but now the person is there for you to either talk with, converse with, meet, or have a relationship with. In week 2, you have the High Priestess in the upright position, rooted down by the Nine of Wands. The High Priestess is all about needing to listen to your intuition because something is going on behind the scenes and you need to listen to your intuition about it because nobody is going to come forward and talk to you about it. There could be something going on. You're probably sensing it, sensing the rumblings around it, and you're like, I don't know, something just doesn't feel right. But you don't know what it is. And it could be something challenging due to the fact that Nine of Wands is rooting it down. Now, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior energy. This is about challenges. So it could be you're sensing that there could be challenges ahead, or there could be challenge with someone that you care about. Maybe you're feeling or sensing that somebody's going through something, but they're not talking about it, or they're not telling you, or no one's telling you what's happening. And you're like getting very uneasy, maybe just sensing this. If that's the case, then you're going to need to listen to your intuition and maybe act upon it, because the Nine of Wands, this is like a potential problem. See, that's the thing about the Wounded Warrior. It doesn't show that there is a problem. It just shows that the potential, maybe you're seeing signs. You're seeing things that don't add up or don't seem to make sense. And you're like, I feel that this person is going through a challenge, or I myself am feeling challenged by something that I feel only my intuition knows about. I don't know about it. Maybe you're sensing something. Maybe you're feeling a change, or you're feeling something rumbling around, and you don't know exactly what it is. And so it feels like a challenge to you. Maybe it's challenging to feel this way. So yeah, it could be either or. Let us know in the comment section below. Okay. Moving on to week 3, you have the Ten of Swords in the reverse position, rooted down by the World upright. Well, the Ten of Swords upright can point to a situation that just bottoms out. Now, this could be anything from a relationship, a friendship, a relationship in the family, or something that just got so bad that it just bottomed out. That's the last straw, the end of the road, right? It's a 10, so it can't go any further than that. So this is something bottomed out, but now you're on the road to healing from it, because the Ten of Swords is in the reverse position in week 3, and it's rooted down by the World. So this is about the completion of a cycle, and 10s represent the end of a cycle. So week 3 could be a really big week for you, Virgo, where something comes to its final end, its natural end, because the cycle, it's not because of anything bad now, because there's a healing from whatever bottomed out. But it's a case of where it's just, the time's up, it timed out. Either the career, the relationship, the situation has just timed out, and there is nowhere to bring it to the next level. Could be a situation where, say for example, you know, I'm not saying it's your romantic relationship, but it could be a friendship, could be a business partnership, or something that just hit the skids big time. So now you realize that, hey, you know what, we're over the anger of all of this and whatever happened. But now we realize that we can't pick up where we left off. We can't go back to things the way they used to be. We need to just close this cycle out completely. So it could be a situation like that, where you see a friendship or a business relationship or a career or something, just that if it hit the skids, it could be a healing from it or around it, but by the same token, it's like you realize that this is it. If it was, say, your primary relationship, it's like, no, this is it, so it's time to start the divorce proceedings. Now it's time to just sort of cut the ties completely. It could be the career is over now. You know, I don't want to do this career anymore. I'm done with it, and I don't want to go through that again. You know, it could be a friendship, long-time friendship or something, and you've just completed the cycle. You're like, no, it's okay. I'm not angry anymore, but I'm also not ready to go back to it again. Whatever ended here ended, and you're okay with moving forward now, closing that door completely. Week 4, we have the Page of Swords reversed, rooted down by the Nine of Swords upright. Well, the Page of Swords in the upright position is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Sometimes pages can represent younger people. Sometimes the Page of Swords can represent gossip and stalker energy, things like that, right? But the Page of Swords can also represent news, information, but not a lot of it. But he's still a communicator, right? When the card's inverted, though, this can indicate no word, no news coming through. So this can be maybe you reached out to somebody to have a conversation with them, and they just ghosted you. They just shut you down. This is like, no. This person can also in reverse represent lies and deceit. So there could be something like that going on in week 3. Nine of Swords here. It's causing you a little bit of anxiety, sleepless nights, and distress. So this is about somebody could be going, just, you know, ghosting you, just going radio silent. You just can't get a hold of them. You can't communicate with them. They've just cut off communication, and it could be causing you distress. Or it could be that you're waiting to hear from someone, expecting to hear from somebody, and they're just nowhere to be found. They've just gone AWOL. So Nine of Swords is a lot of overthinking of a situation where we're trying to figure it out. We're stressing about it. We're trying to figure out what happened here and what's going on. Now this could roll back to week 2 here with a High Priestess about, you know, you sensed something was going on. You sensed it could have been challenging, and maybe this is it now. And it could, you know, also be in this week 3, maybe it's not even you going through this Ten of Swords world situation. Maybe it's somebody else in your close circle. It could be your best friend or a family member or somebody who's going through, who's decided to go through a divorce or something like that, and you're kind of in the middle of it because, you know, you really care about this person. So it could be a family member or a friend or something like that. Interesting reading. I will be pulling 2 cards here from the Zodiac deck. The first one is for love and romance. What do we have for Virgo here? Pisces, number 36, free will. And it says, serve your higher purpose. Pisces could be love interest, could be, well, we do see the Queen of Cups here, could be potentially Pisces. It could be the love interest for you, or it could be something special happens in your love life when the moon's in Pisces, or with or through a Pisces. Second card is for career and finance. What do we have for Virgo? We have Taurus, practicalities, number 2. So it could be with or through a Taurus. There is a financial happenings. It could be on the 2nd of December or when the moon is in Taurus. So that's what I have for you, my dear Virgos. I want to thank you very much for joining me. I really hope you have a good month of December. And let me know in the comment section below if this is resonating for you, and do tell me how so, if you feel comfortable sharing that information. So thanks for joining me. Hope the reading helped. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you again in the next video. Take care. Much love. Namaste. Bye-bye for now.